For the record, I believe the climate is changing, but I do not buy in to the premise that human activity is driving that. I do not buy into the fact that climate change is one of the greatest threats to the United States or the planet. I do not buy in to the Green New Deal. And that's the framework the president has supported. Kamala Harris, our vice president, said we should remove the filibuster and pass it. Folks up here have endorsed it. That is a radical and extreme position. It is a position where the solution is far worse than the problem of stewarding our environment and reducing emissions. It's crazy to me that we would undermine, unilaterally surrender our energy independence at a time like we're experiencing, at a very tenuous time, at a destabilizing time, when we're watching Europe in their weak position vis-a-vis the petro-tyrant Vladimir Putin. We had a hearing yesterday on Taiwan, and we discussed their 100% dependence on energy sources outside of their country, and what a predicament that is, and the implications of national security that energy independence is, and we're undermining it. And we're running up the cost on Americans. 1 out of 5 couldn't even heat their homes this winter. I'm certain things haven't gotten any better for them. And so you talk about the implications of taxing and regulating something or having a whole of government assault on an industry that has blessed us with low consumer costs, energy independence, the greatest economy in the world, the land of opportunity. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. It's the extreme position of many of my colleagues, not all of them. I'm looking at Ron Kine. I don't think he subscribes probably to the extreme policy, but too many do. And I think probably those folks who subscribe to that are the ones driving the agenda, and it's unfortunate. And I think when the American people look at those implications and count the cost, they will reject the Green New Deal agenda and philosophical view that this is the greatest crisis of all. I go back to my district, Dr. Shank, and Covenant is a hospital that Providence System owns. We appreciate the investment in our community. I love the team, work closely with them, so I'm very grateful. But if I asked you to rank order the threats to Covenant and Providence being able to provide health care to your constituents and mine, I won't fill in the blank for you. Tell me what the top 3 threats to providing health care, the quality care that you folks are committed to my constituents and your patients in West Texas and beyond. Give me the top 3.
Thank you, Congressman Arrington. And first of all, I want to thank you for your work on rural health.
You bet.
We have, as I said, 14 of our 52 hospitals, and we really depend on that support. They're vulnerable. The people in our communities, rural communities, are vulnerable.
On that point, I'm going to give you the mic back,
okay.
But on that point, 40%, as you know, of rural hospitals are operating at a net loss. So we talk about access to care. You can't have the 20% of the population that provides 100% of the food, fuel, and fiber have access to basic care if they can't afford to turn the lights on in the operating room. Okay, so they're already strapped and stretched, and now we have the driving input inflationary pressure being energy, and we're trying to keep the doors open. Again, this doesn't make any sense to me. Give me your top 3.
Well, just a quick comment. This is one of the reasons why we say healthcare can't afford not to do this, because we can help rein in costs.
We can't afford to destroy the oil and gas industry, ma'am. We can't afford to destroy fossil fuels. We can make investment in all the above. We can walk and chew gum and balance the stewardship of the environment. But is climate change and its impact on healthcare a top 3 issue for Providence? Because it ain't in Lubbock, Texas.
You know, we have.
Yes or
many-
no? Is it?
We have many priorities, and it is one of our
Okay,
priorities.
my time's out, but it is not. I talk to my constituents, Mr. Chairman. They don't talk about climate change. They talk about nursing shortages. They talk about the inflationary costs, the supply chain problems. They don't talk about this. It's unbelievable. Okay, I've gone past my time. You're so gracious.